Hi lads and lassies, welcome back to the workshop here at Outlaw Guitars with me, Rob, and welcome to my build for the Great Guitar Build Off. Okay, we have slices. So, what I need to do now is I need to put them through the thickness sander, smooth off these bits, get them down to thickness. You've seen the drum sander working and all that, no point filming all that crap again. So I'll go on, get that done, come back to you once it's done again. Okay, see you in a bit. We now have slices. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it back to the bandsaw and then I'm going to size it down to that size. So now we've got the first part done, and that'll be the vertical ones. We'll do them first because that's the longest. On the black, and then we'll do these ones on the blue, and then I'll need to go and cut some more wood. So I'm thinking that I might do the black stripes with the oak, and then I'll use something else for the blue. You'd think I'd plan all this out better, but it's got to be alright. I'll do these ones first and we'll glue them up. Then the next day I'll do the opposite stripes, vertical, and I'll glue them up. Then the following time do one set of horizontals. Then the next time do the next set of horizontals. And that'll be fine. Like I said, huge amounts of glue up and all that, but it's got to be fine. Now am I trying to kid you or am I trying to kid myself? No, it's got to be fine. Okay, we've got that done. Right, so this one was my first try with the bandsaw, just to see what it was like. Fretboard, rosewood, and cut it in half. Don't swear at me, right? But 740 in length, just make two that way. So I can't use it. But what I could do is use the oak, say on the black, right, and then use mahogany on the blue bits, and that would be okay because the blue bits are going through walnut, so the mahogany would still show up against the walnut. See, all these decisions. I thought I'd enough of this without having to go and cut a lot more, because it's one huge big plank of oak and that's got to take some cutting to get it done. Also a good bit of sanding and stuff. Quandaries. Now, as I say, the mahogany going through the walnut, and remember there'll be a different colour veneer on the walnut, on the mahogany too. So I'm just trying to picture it, because with these and the different colours of veneer, I know what it's got to look like, because it's got to look more or less what I've got on there, apart from there's going to be a bit of oak between it and then the black veneer and then oak between it and the blue veneer. So it will look like that. Well, we'll see what happens, but I think I need to get the table sorted first and do some cutting. And I'm just thinking what one I'll cut first, and I think it will be the black. I'll do the black verticals first, then we'll do that, put the veneers in between, get it all glued up, and that'll be that for today, I think, because that'll take a good bit of time, because I need to get the table saw set up so that every cut is exactly the same. They can't be off, because if they're off, you're fucked. No point standing here procrastinating, just got one minute up. Right, I found this plank of oak, so this is going to be easier to take down and make up a couple of bits than that big bit of oak that I've got in there, because it's like fucking solid, huge big chunk. So I've got this, and we can get that cut up. So I'll square it up, I'll cut a couple of lengths off it. But we've got plenty. So all that other shit that I was saying about doing that and using mahogany on the walnut and stuff, don't you? This will do lovely. So I'll go on with that just now, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, after some time and a hurry amount of mess, we have our lateral and we have our vertical. Tomorrow now, like I said, we'll be cutting that one, that one, that one, that one first. Then, as I said, we'll get them glued with the veneers, get them all glued together, and that'll be that for that day. And then I'll do the same. Well, I don't need to wait a day, it depends on the weather. Get a few hours for the glue to bind up, and then I can maybe do the other verticals. So we'll see how that goes. Today we are going to cut these parts here out, and then we're going to put the veneers in and get it glued up for the first piece, the first part in making the tartan. What we need to do is, we need to measure the halfway point between there and there, which will be that blue line, but I'll get an exact half point. And then we need 1.5 mil each side of that, because the curve for the saw is 3 mil. So we want the exact middle, the blade going through the exact middle of these bits. It's got to be as exact as I can make it, because if it doesn't, then you might end up with kind of square looking and all that, but it certainly won't be tartan. So I'm going to get this measured up, and as I say, measure the halfway point, right, mark that, and then get 1.5 mils each side of that, and that's exactly where you want your blade to be. You want the edges of the blade to be on that bit, that way you're getting exactly the middle. And it's got to be straight, it's got to be. So I'll get all this marked up just now, and then we'll take it to the table saw and get it cut out. You know how the table saw works and that. There's no point in filming that again. And I might film a bit of it, but basically I'm just going up the lines. Okay, so not really a lot to see there. Then we'll come back for the glue up again. So that's what I'll get on with just now, and we'll see you in a wee bit. Okay, right, so I've got it marked, and I want the saw to be in between these lines here. Right, so the middle of the blade should be going through there, and that's beside it. Now, it's as accurate as I can do it. Now, if it's a couple of tenths of a mil out, it shouldn't really affect it too much. But any more than that, you'll notice it. So, we've got to make sure that this gets set up properly and it cuts straight. Well, let's just go on and get it done. But I'll take, well obviously, but I mean, I'll take the first cut for here, and then we'll see what it's like, in case I need to make any slight adjustments or anything like that, because this bit here is extra. Well, if you're building a Strat size guitar, that bit up there is extra. So when we cut that, if there's a bit out, that gives us a bit of adjustment that we can make before we actually start, because the next cut will be there, and if you fuck that up, fuck the body up. So the pressure's on. Anyway, fuck it, let's get it done, see what happens. I don't know where we are in the edit, if we're at an end bit. The usual shite down below, guys. If this is an end video, I'll speak to you later. Bye.